Hey y'all, welcome to my channel. My name is Alicia, and in this video, y'all, we're going to talk about imposter syndrome. Imposter syndrome is something that has definitely took a toll on my life. I'm 40 years old. Oh my God, I cannot believe I'm 40. I'm 40 years old, and as I look back and reflect, I would have gotten so many things done if I wouldn't have talked myself out of them. And having that imposter, that's what imposter syndrome is. In my definition, is just, overly talking yourself, thinking yourself out of things, thinking the worst of things instead of bringing the thinking of how good it can be. You think about how worse it can be or how bad it might be, and then you don't do it. And so in this video, I really want to just talk about what imposter syndrome is and just give you a little feedback on maybe how you can overcome imposter syndrome. So we're going to talk about. One second, I'm going to tell you what we're going to talk about. Okay, so in this video, we're going to talk about 5 ways you can overcome imposter syndrome. And so I hope this helps you guys. Let me know. We can definitely go in a little bit more detail for each way. I may do a video for each 5 steps, but in this video, we're just going to be talking about, I am going to be talking about the how to overcome imposter syndrome, and the voiceover, you'll just see me making jewelry because that's what I do. So these will just be some video clips of me making jewelry, or maybe just some of my jewelry as we talk about imposter syndrome. So let me know if you like this content in the comments. All right, peace.
All right, guys. So let's start off with the definition of imposter syndrome. What is imposter syndrome? So the imposter syndrome is a psychological phenomenon where individuals doubt their accomplishments and feel like they're pretending to be something they're not. They often attribute their success to luck, chance, or others, rather than acknowledging their own abilities and hard work. So that's the definition of imposter syndrome, and I want to know if any of this sounds like something that you are or somebody that you know. Because I think it's really good to just go ahead and identify it and go ahead and figure out if it's you. So then that's the beginning of change. So go ahead and identify if this is you. It's okay because we can work on changing that, and that's kind of what this video is about. Okay, and another thing I wanted to talk before we move forward. If you're wondering, like, okay, she makes jewelry, like, why are we talking about imposter syndrome? Well, the reason why I started making jewelry is because I really wanted to help people heal and help people overcome the things that they're going through so they can bring balance in their life and so they can be able to do the things that they want to do in life. So that's why my business is named Beat It in Balance, because I really want in here to help you bring balance. And I use the jewelry that I make to do that. So that's really what really my goal and my life purpose is. So I just like to jewelry just to kind of help you guys get your attention, I guess. So let's go on to step number one. 5 way, not step, but the number one way, or not the number one way, but this is a way to help you overcome. Oh my God. This is a way, because I'm not going to delete this. This is a way to help you overcome imposter syndrome. And the first thing is acknowledge your feelings. Recognize that feeling like an imposter is common, especially among women. You are not alone. It's okay because a lot of people go through this. Everybody may not say it. Some people don't even know, but it's not uncommon. Um, Acknowledging your feelings is a really good step. Just like going ahead and acknowledging that you have imposter syndrome, because then after you acknowledge that, then you can move forward. So the same thing is acknowledging your feelings. Okay, I feel worthless. I feel depressed. I feel sad. I'm stressed. Nobody's paying attention to me. I'm lonely. So go ahead and acknowledge those feelings, because once you acknowledge the feelings and identify what they are, then you can begin to work through them. Deny is not what you want to do, because when you deny, you just really are denying yourself of a good life. So go ahead and acknowledge just how you feel. It's okay. It's a feeling. They come and go, and Once you can identify what it is, then you can begin to help yourself. Okay. So I just want to just talk about me acknowledging my feelings, because in this video, I really want to discuss, just be a little bit transparent. This video is not only to help you, it's to help me too, because I definitely have suffered and probably still am suffering from imposter syndrome. But acknowledging, being able to acknowledge my feelings in my life has definitely helped me to move forward. Being in denial, years ago, I used to be a depressed person. I used to just be sad all the time, laying in bed, just my life was just monotonous. And, I was just going through a lot of things. And once I was able to identify what I was going through, then I was able to pull myself out of that. So once I was able to identify, okay, I am lonely, you know, why do I feel lonely? Why do I feel like I have to have somebody around me? Things like that. Once I identified that, then I was able to, one, I was able to create some affirmations to help me get out of that. Well, actually, once I was able to identify that, then I started looking for things to help me. Like, do I need to go to the doctor? What can I do to help me without having to spend money? And that's what I've learned about, like the law of attraction. And that's what I learned about using affirmations. And that's really when I really realized, okay, this is what I want to teach. This is what I want to do. So after I was able to acknowledge that I had something wrong with me, it's like doors start opening up for me. I realized that this is my life purpose. I ended up, you know, being more confident in myself. And then I was able to step out and start my own business. And so that really did help me. And then once I acknowledged that, let's think of another way I felt. Like I felt stressed. The same thing. I'm like, okay, I'm stressed out. What do I need to do so I can get myself out of that? And I realized that, I didn't like myself, my body. I didn't feel good. So I started walking and doing more exercises and going on a weight loss journey, because I realized that I'm stressed because, one, I don't have any energy because I eat all the wrong foods. I'm stressed because I don't get out there. I don't, go walk. I don't walk, go get fresh air. I just literally go to work, come home, get in bed, get back up. So I had to change that. So, guys, acknowledge your feelings so that you can change those feelings, okay? Okay, so the next thing, the number two way for you to overcome imposter syndrome is to celebrate your achievements. Guys, take time to reflect on and celebrate your accomplishments, no matter how small they are. Guys, this is so important because nobody going to celebrate you like you celebrate you. And even if nobody celebrates you, does that mean that you don't deserve to be celebrated? No, you definitely deserve to be celebrated. And sometimes you just got to do it yourself. And another thing, sometimes you have to show people how to treat you. Like, when people notice that you celebrate yourself, then they will begin to celebrate you. So you have to show people that are in your life how you want to be treated by how you treat yourself. If you're not celebrating yourself, if you're not pushing people like, hey, come on, I did this, we about to go do this and celebrate, then this for your other people. Yes, so you definitely have to show people how you treat yourself, so then they can learn you and learn that, okay, she don't play, she gonna celebrate herself, her birthday's coming up, we got to do something for her birthday. Because you have to let people know, like, closed mouths don't get fed. But let's say that nobody's doing it, you still have to take yourself out, go get yourself that piece of jewelry, go and go take yourself on that vacation. It doesn't even have to really be nothing that you spend a lot of money on, but make sure that you do something to achieve, to celebrate your accomplishments that you achieved, because it is so important. And, I think that once you begin to do that, then you level up. Like, the next achievement is a level up. And you also just really learn to validate yourself, because, we can't really always depend on people to do to do things in our life. If you wait on people, like you'll just be old and never get anything done. You have to validate yourself and set yourself up for success. Okay, everybody's not going to be that person that you need them to be and want them to be. Okay, so you got to do that. And an example, let me give you an example of how I know that like this is for this video was for me. So back in November, we went viral. We went viral. We sold like 4,000 bracelets. I don't even know how. I need to actually go count. But let's say we sold like 3,500 bracelets. We went viral. I really wasn't expecting it, but y'all, it was such a blessing. It was such a blessing in my life. It was right on time. Financially, it was right on time, just in everything, and I'm just so thankful. And so I noticed that first thing I noticed is that who am I going to tell? Because over time, I realized that you can't tell everybody all your wins because everybody is not always happy for you. Yes, everybody's not always happy for you. And I noticed that, like, I didn't know who to tell. So that was like a red flag. Okay, like, that's a red flag about the people that I have in my life. But I did decide that I was going to tell people. Like, so I told a few people, and of course, they were happy for me. But, like, I think let me think of a way. Like my boyfriend used to always say, "You, what you expect me to be jumping up for joy? Like every time you see me, I'm like, yeah. Like I want you to be happy. Like I want you to clap, do whatever. Like so, I didn't just get that. Oh my God, a couple people did, which was great. But the people that I told just didn't seem as excited. I don't know if they understood what happened or what. But I was like, I'm like waiting for them to like jump up and down, and they just didn't. So I was like, that let me know I need to change the people in my life. And then let me know that I have to celebrate myself. And to this day, y'all, I still have not anything that I wanted to do to celebrate myself, but I am. Even though this happened in November, I'm about to celebrate myself because you have to validate yourself and you got to celebrate your achievement. And I can't let anybody else, dictate that. So definitely going to celebrate y'all. So this leads right into number three, which is surround yourself with supportive people. Connect with the community that uplifts and empowers you. Your tribe matters, y'all. And that is so important, y'all. Make sure that you got people around you that want to celebrate you. Even if you don't have to have a really big tribe, but the tribe that you do have, it needs to be intentional and you need to choose them wisely because these are the people that are going to support you. So if you find yourself like me who don't really have a tribe of people that's going to celebrate them, and let me double back because I think also it was also the people that I chose to tell because I do have people and know people that I know that would have celebrated me correctly, but I think the imposter syndrome stopped me from really putting it out there. For one, I didn't post it on social media because I'm just at that point where I'm tired of posting stuff on social media. I didn't like send out a mass text to people. People knew about it, but because I think I'm not the type of person that would normally like have celebrations for myself that people probably didn't even know what to do because I don't normally celebrate myself, and that's why that has to change about me. I have to just learn how to have celebrations for myself, have do things for myself so that people know how to treat me. Okay, so that was definitely a game changer for me and something that I really did learn that I have to change about myself. And so this year, I really want to make sure that I'm connecting with supportive people in my life. Finding more supportive people, choosing my friends and people in my life wisely, um, taking care of the people that are in my life, celebrating them because I want to mimic you know, how I want to be treated. So making sure that I'm also celebrating, showing up for other people so that I can make sure that I receive that same energy back. So that's something that I really want to work on. And that's definitely something that can help you with imposter syndrome because guess what? When you're not able to validate yourself and lift yourself up, you have your tribe and your community to remind you of who you are. And you need that. It takes a village. And raising kids and And being an adult and having a business, it takes a village. And it doesn't have to be a huge village, but you definitely have to put the right people in this village.
All right, guys. So the number four way that you can overcome imposter syndrome is that you need to reframe your thoughts. Okay, you have to change your thoughts. That's the beginning of the beginning. Because everything starts with a thought, right? So once you're able to change your thinking and how your thoughts are coming out, right? Then everything else will fall into place. That's just the beginning. So, because when your thoughts become your words, and then your words become your actions, and then your actions become your life. So, if you begin repeating these, if you have negative thoughts, then you're going to have negative words, then you're going to have negative actions, then you're going to have a negative life. So, I'm here to help you change that, okay? So, we're going to do that. So, the first thing you need to do is you got to challenge your negative thoughts and you got to replace them with positive affirmations. You know, you are deserving of success. So if you're not seeing success in your life, yes, you can play the blame game, but it's not going to get you anywhere. You got to hold yourself accountable and work on changing it yourself. And that's it. You got to if you want to be successful. Okay. So positive affirmations, is the key because you're like, okay, how I change my thoughts? Like, what do you mean? How when you say change your negative thoughts? So you have to start by changing the words that you say because, like I said, your thoughts become words. So what can you do to control your thoughts? What do you have control of, right? You got control of your mouth. You have control of the words that you say. So you got to start by speaking nicely to yourself, okay? You got to start talking positively to yourself. And what are positive statements? They are positive affirmations. And that's the key. And guys, let me say that once you start using positive affirmations and you start being intentional about it, it's going to tremendously change your life. That day, you can start off having a terrible day, and once you start putting some positive thoughts by using positive words into your brain, then your whole day can change. It can turn from a crazy day where you woke up unmotivated to you got five things checked off of your to-do list. So affirmations are powerful. I want to say positive affirmations are powerful. Okay, so let's talk about that a little bit. Okay, so negative self talk. Okay, negative self talk is when you are, just like it is, talking negatively to yourself. You're telling yourself, I can't do this. I'm going to get somebody else. I need help with this. I'm not worthy of this. I'm not successful. I'm not cute. This outfit is ugly. My hair look a mess. Why my fingernails, look at me. I'm looking at my fingernails. Why my fingernails are not cute like her fingernails. Negative self-talk is I did a terrible job cleaning my room today. Just anything negative that you're talking about towards yourself is negative self-talk, and we do it a lot. I think that is just something that we do, a lot of people do, and it's just something that you have to retrain yourself to do. Unless if you grew up in a household that taught you about that, and you had a teacher that instilled that in you. I think even if you had that foundation, it still can creep up into your mind. So it's so important that you reverse that. Anytime you see it creeping up or you hear it, you got to change it immediately, not tomorrow, not in the next time I say it. As soon as you hear yourself or your thoughts, you change it completely. For example, um, let me think of one that I probably use myself. Um, oh, I know one. I'm so you're talking to your homegirl or your friend or whatever, and you say something that's you didn't you just say something crazy, and you say, I'm so stupid. Girl, I don't know why I said that. Girl, I'm so stupid. I'm so crazy, right? Just something, it slides off your tongue so easily, right? Because we so used to just doing it and saying it. But the first thing you have to do is acknowledge it. You have to acknowledge, I said that. No, I didn't. So you got to catch yourself for number one. And once you catch yourself saying it, immediately you need to change it. So girl, no, I'm not. I'm not dumb. I'm just um I'm just whatever. I'm trying to think of something you would say to cross that. So you're talking to your friends. I'm so crazy. No, I'm not. I'm not crazy. I'm just thinking ahead a little bit. Or I'm not dumb. I just um got that confused with another book that I read. You have to quickly change your thoughts, and you'll say something like, "I'm not dumb. I just," and then you say, "I'm smart," or "I'm not dumb. I'm intelligent. I just." So you have to readjust your words immediately. I think that's like a really good way to begin. First, being able to acknowledge it, and as soon as you can acknowledge if you said something crazy about yourself or to your friend, change it quickly. Okay, so that's one way that you can change it, right? That's one way you can do it. And then that's the first way. The second way is being able to write down affirmations about yourself in a gratitude journal, right? So, well, it doesn't really have to be in a gratitude journal. I think maybe I may be wrong, but I think that can be two separate things. But being able to write your words. So when you're writing in a journal, and I suggest everybody write in some type of journal. Doesn't have to be a gratitude journal, but just write down your thoughts. And when you're writing your thoughts, also write affirmations, like write your thoughts out or whatever you're writing, and then at the end of the thoughts, start writing affirmations about yourself. um, Based on the things that you need in your life, or based on what you wrote. Reflected on whatever you wrote. Then you go back and read it, and then you can affirm yourself by writing affirmations for yourself. So you had a bad day. You you had a bad day at work, and so you're writing all about that and about your day, right? So you feel defeated, you feel like this is not the job for you, and you're just reflecting on that. After you write all of that, then at the end, you go and reaffirm yourself because you wrote those thoughts. That's okay, right? But then you need to go back and reaffirm yourself. I am successful. I am a money magnet. I will get through this. This is just temporary. Everything in life is temporary. I'm strong. I'm peace. You have to validate yourself, guys. And I think this is a really good time for me to tell you guys about my e-guide. It's not an e-guide, it's actually like an e-book, but I think that it's really good to talk about my ebook, and it's really just a guide on how to write your own affirmations. So I have a quick ebook. It's not quick, but I think that it's not big though. It's not nothing that's going to hold you a long time, but you can reuse it over and over again. And um, it has a worksheets in there for you, and it has just a bunch of information about how to write your own affirmations. And I'm hoping that at the end of that you will be able to learn how to write your own affirmations when you need to, if you struggle with that. And I'm gonna link that into the bio. It's actually free right now. All you have to do is just subscribe to my email list, and you'll get that ebook that you can print out. So being able to do that is going to help you reframe your thoughts and get you up out of imposter syndrome and help you move about in your life. And guys, when I tell you affirmations and using affirmations changed my life, like that was the beginning of the beginning. That was the beginning of me finally finding my purpose. Was when I learned about affirmations. It was right before I started my business. Before I started this business with Beat It and Balance, I was working on starting a nonprofit called Balance is Key, and which is still something that I am doing today. But that was my main focus. And what I was looking for during that time was ways to help women to overcome the trauma they have been through in their life, especially if it had to do with domestic violence and things like that. So I was looking for ways and resources, and then I came about like the law of attraction, and I learned about affirmations. And then learning about affirmations is how I really learned about waist beads, which is the jewelry that I make now, because I was following people on Instagram and YouTube who were talking about affirmations. And anyway, guys, so the creator that I had seen, I really resonated with her and what she was making. So I ordered some waist beads from her. And that's like how I really got started. After I ordered the waist beads from her, I was on a fixed income, and I knew that I probably wouldn't be able to support her for a while. But I really wanted more waist beads. Like they say, waist beads are addictive. Like it's like a tattoo. Once you get one, you want another one and another one. So that happened to me. I got the first. I think I got two from her, and I love them so much. And I was like, I have to make me some. So while I'm in the process of making them, I realized that this could be a lucrative thing. I was like, I could make some money off of this. Let me see if I can sell some to my family and friends with the affirmation cards, because I knew that with the affirmation cards, that's really what I wanted to do. So I was like, instead of giving out just the affirmation cards, I could give out the waist beads with the affirmation cards. So that's what happened, guys. And yeah, so let me get back to my experience with the affirmations. I got into my little how I started my business tangent, but let me double back about what happened. So when I got I was already learning about affirmations, so I was really working on body positivity and just really healing myself and things like that and getting over my past traumas. And then I got her package. They came in the mail finally. It seemed like forever, and then I ended up going out of town when they were due back to come in the mail. So I had to wait even longer. So come back, I like ran to the mailbox, ripped the package open, and she left like this personal note, and then she sent me put affirmations for me in her note. I can't even remember what the affirmations are, but then I tied on the waist beads and just like everything my energy, my spirit just felt so great. They felt so relieving, so uplifting, so confident. Like I can't even explain the energy that I got from what my package from her. And then from then on, I went on
Hey, hey,
to
hey,
learn
y'all.
about
So it has definitely
affirmations.
been the year of the.
Yes, so from after that, guys, everything just fell into place.
Let's catch a flight, change the
After
weather,
that, I don't know. I
and I
just was able
promise
to
forever.
explain what I really wanted to
Oh
do.
my, oh
Since I was a child, but I was waiting for the validation of others that I never got and that I didn't need, I realized. And so a lot of people just kind of fell away from my life. I had to let some people go. And then once I was able to let people go, I was able to move forward in my life and do a lot of the things that I was waiting for the people in my life to do. So that's another thing about another goes back to surrounding yourself with the right people. I just didn't have the right people in my life. Not that I needed people, but being able to have a strategic people, being strategic in the people that you have in your life, that they are uplifting and positive and they're successful. You got to have a good balance of people. Everybody may not have to be like that, but you want to make sure a lot of them are. So I was able to let a lot of people go, move forward into my business, and I was so lucrative, guys. Before I started my business, I was a preschool teacher assistant. I was making like around $10,000 to $12,000 a year. It was exhausting every year, going through the same pattern of being broke. And so I was able to break past that cycle. At a year into my business, I quit my job, and right now I'm 7 years in. This is year 8, and I'm finally able to really work on my nonprofit like I want to. I learned a lot. I did a lot in that field as well. So I'm finally able to do a lot of the things, y'all. And really was all because of me being able to reframe my thoughts using affirmations. And it was not easy. Like I still struggle, but just being able to acknowledge that I needed that type of help in my life, I was able to do it. And another thing that I really did, y'all, was writing in my gratitude journal. Writing in a gratitude journal is really can help you reframe your thoughts, because in that journal, right, the only thing that you are allowed to write in the journal are positive things. That's it. Anything you still write a journal like what's going on. You say, hey, this happened in my day, but you're only speaking negatively about those things. I mean, negatively. You're only speaking positively about those things, right? And so, even if you had a bad day, you still have to learn how to reframe your thoughts. So you can write in your journal and you can say, today I went out, and soon as I left a mile before I got to past my house, my tire went flat. And then you go on about your day, right? And so then you have to pull out positive things. Yes, my tire went flat, but somebody immediately, I only waited 5 minutes and somebody pulled over to help me. I didn't break down in the middle of the road. Like, I was safe. It was a safe place for me to break down, so I didn't get hurt. And then you have to say, and then guess what? I got to work late, and they were having we were supposed to have a party anyways that morning, so I didn't miss any work. So you have to pull out the positive no matter what negative happened that day, and you do that every day that you write in it. And what happens is, over time, it gets easier to write positive things. It becomes a habit to write in a positive form. So it starts out hard because you're like, okay, this was a crazy day. How in the world am I going to pull something positive about that day? You sit down and you do it. And then the more you do it, the easier it gets. And then guess what happens after that? The more you're writing in the positive form, then you begin to talk and think in the positive forms too. So you're reframing your words too as you're speaking. You're reframing your thoughts as you're thinking through the day. You're able to pull positive out. So a gratitude journal was a game changer for me. Like, I just noticed so much change in me once I was able to have more gratitude, write in more positive form. And so the thing about writing affirmations is that it's not a one-time thing. You can't just write, I am a money magnet. Okay, I ain't no money magnet. No, you have to be intentional about it, number one. And you have to be repetitive about it. You have to write them down. You have to repeat them at night, in the morning, in the mirror, on the way to work. I listen to affirmation music. I love affirmation music. It really helps help me get it together. And then you also have to be able to remember the affirmations and remember to use them. And I talk about that in my ebook about how to write your own affirmations. The write, repeat, remember process, which is kind of like my little thing that I like to say when using affirmations. So, guys, you have to reframe your thoughts to overcome imposter syndrome. I was having imposter syndrome about me running my business. That's what I'm just reframing everything I said. I had imposter syndrome about my business. And then once I was able to learn about gratitude, affirmations, I changed my thoughts. And then everything that I always wanted just happened. Okay. So I want that for you as well. Guys, learn how to reframe your thoughts. So let's get into the fifth way to overcome your why can I say it? Every time I get a freeze, your imposter syndrome, okay? It's an imposter on me trying to get the words, okay? Okay. All right, so the last and the fifth way for you to overcome imposter syndrome is to practice self compassion. Yes, you're going to be compassionate to other people, but you got to be compassionate with yourself as well. You have to be kind to yourself. You must understand that everyone makes mistakes, and that's part of growth. So if you're not making mistakes, you're not growing. Everybody's going to make mistakes, but the key to growth is how fast you get up after you make that mistake and get over it and move forward and keep pushing. Okay? That's how you're going to overcome imposter syndrome, okay? Because it's up to you, okay? It's something that if you really want to do it, you have to get yourself up out of that slump and make actions to move forward and be who you want to be in your life, okay? I know my words seem kind of jumbled up, but I'm getting used to this whole voiceover YouTube talking like this thing. And also that's something I'm working on is how I communicate. I when I do talk, I do jumble my words. So I'm doing this so that I can work past that in my life because I know that I'm meant for greater things, and a lot of that has to do with speaking. So I really have to work past whatever my issues it was is with speaking. Okay, so yes, guys, practice self compassionate. Be compassionate to yourself. Forgive yourself. Do not beat yourself up for a long time. You know it. Stay there for a few minutes in that sadness and that slump. Stay there but not long. Stay there for a minute and then you have to get back up. Stay there for a day and then tomorrow back up, reframing how you're going to do things and trying again, okay? Do not let the imposter stop you from being your best self, from building your dreams, for being able to do the things that you want to do in life. Life is short, so we have to get past this. We have to be able to live our purpose out, and you cannot let an imposter, which is yourself, is you cannot we can't do that. And I really hope that if you're suffering from imposter syndrome, that you can get up out of it. And I hope these 5 ways help. And let's just go back and talk about the 5 ways real quick. And they are: one, you're going to acknowledge your feelings. Two, you're going to celebrate your achievements. Three, you're going to surround yourself with supportive people. Four, you're going to reframe your thoughts. Five, you're going to practice self compassion. So, one, you're going to acknowledge your feelings. So, what you're going to do is you're going to acknowledge that you have imposter syndrome. Okay. Second, you're going to celebrate your achievements. Listen, I don't care if nobody celebrates you, you have to celebrate you. Do not wait on people to do things that you know that you can do yourself. If you have to get your people together, hey, we're going to dinner tonight because I went viral and we're going to celebrate, you need to set the tone, okay? Three, surround yourself with supportive people. Listen, your tribe is your vibe, and you have to surround yourself with the right people that are doing the things that you are doing, that's going to lift you up, that's going to celebrate you. You have to, okay? It is key. Four, reframe your thoughts. That's using affirmations, writing in your gratitude journal, reframing the negative into the positive. You have to get rid of negative self-talk. Okay, talk yourself into something positive and not into something negative. Five, practice self-compassion. Do not beat yourself up. Give yourself grace. You are growing when you make mistakes. So if you make a mistake, hey, I'm growing. It's okay. I'm going to get past this. I'm getting back up and I'm going to do better next time. Okay? Okay, guys. So please, please embrace your journey. You are stronger than you think. Embrace your journey with love and authenticity. Be yourself, love yourself, and then everything will fall into place. Acknowledge that we all have shortcomings, but do not stay in a slump long enough to where you cannot be able to live out your purpose in your life. Okay? So, perfect. Let's go ahead and talk about some affirmations that you can use and write in your journal or whatever that you can use to help you get out of imposter syndrome. One is, I trust myself and my abilities. Two, I am capable and confident in my field. Three, my experiences and skills are valuable in my field. Four, my uniqueness is my strength. Five, I focus on progress, not perfection. Six, I celebrate my accomplishments and acknowledge my hard work. Seven, I release self doubt and trust my inner wisdom. Ashe. So, guys. Yes, guys. So I hope that this helped you. Just remember to embrace your journey. You are stronger than you think. Embrace your journey with love and authenticity, okay? Love yourself. Be authentic. It's okay. You will get through this, okay? So please, please, please comment your own experiences on imposter syndrome. I would love to hear them. And also share what keeps you empowered. Like if you have overcame imposter syndrome or you're not you don't have that or you don't deal with that, tell us what keeps you from not dealing with that. How do you get past it? What keeps you empowered? Okay? Please, please, I definitely would love to hear more about that in the comments. Okay, and just let me know also how you like this video, this content. Share. I would love to hear some feedback. So let me know, guys. Okay. Okay. And last but definitely not least, guys, do not forget to grab your free e-guide on how to write your own affirmations. This is something that I came up with myself. It's not a lot of pages, maybe 10 to 15 pages, but it has some worksheets in there for you to work through. And you can use it over and over again. You can print it and share it with your friends. It's free. All you have to do is just subscribe to my email. And I also send out a lot of fun, informative emails as well, just like this. So I'm so happy that you stayed to this long. I really love you and appreciate you, and I hope this really helped you. So, guys, do not forget to subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. Like, again, comment, share, and again, thank you guys so much. Peace, love, balance. So yes, I knew that they were called. I knew about them, but I didn't know anything about the spiritual connotation. Anything. I just thought they were cute and they were for skinny people. Okay, and then I start following her, and I really wanted a waist bead. I really just wanted the energy. her energy, I guess. Like I really wanted something that she made.
I got so
So
much
I
joy
don't think that
making
I
this
really
roster
cared that it
waist
was a
bead.
waist
It was
bead. It
on
just
a
happened to
wire
be. So I just
string
kind of
with the
fit into that
clasp,
narrative
all
because
beaded
that's
by
what she
hand except for
sold.
the black part.